and I have had the most difficult time setting up this damn desk. And I think you all can see why. Also, how heartbreaking it is it looking at her. If you don't see her face, dead ass, you'd think it's Zorro. Hi, everyone! Luna has made this impossible, and so has Penny. You can't see it, but Penny has me trapped on the chair itself. Wow, Chaco. Wow, Chaco. You know, appreciate you. It's not even how you spell my name, it's with a Y. It's C-A-S-S-Y. But hi, everyone. Hello. Hi. Luna, they want me to draw. Luna, you're preventing me from doing that. See, Penny, I can rearrange because I can just push her little booty further back and then she'll sit on my butt wholly. And then I'm fine. You, on the other hand, child. See, first she would not let, finally, a Tuesday stream, not in the evening. Trust me, I know. Hi, Zamaria. How was your trip? Tuesday on time? Sort of on time. Sort of on time. I may have woke up late today. There's been a lot going on. When I tell you guys, you don't understand. Not even Chaco knows. I haven't had the time. Hi, Moon. Luna is the cat. Yes. This is, if you guys all remember my anniversary stream when Starman said, Ray said we had to take them back. This is one of the cats we had to take back. It was Luna and Sunny. Hi, Ark. Long time no watch. I know. Guys, let me tell you something. It has been a fucking mess. It has been a fucking mess. And I've been running around. I've been driving back and forth to Charlotte. Guess where I've got to go tomorrow? I have to drive to Charlotte tomorrow. Then I have to drive to Charlotte on Saturday. Tomorrow I have to be there by 10 a.m. So I have to leave here by 9 a.m. On Saturday, I have to leave my house by 7 a.m. Oh, it's just so much. You know, it's just so much. Me and Starman's been running around. Hours have dropped at his job. We had the explosion of everything bug-wise. So we found ticks in the house. Oh, thank you, Natanya. We found ticks in the house, but not just in the house. We found the tick in clothes that had just come out of the dryer. And that was at that moment I realized that ticks can live through the dryer as long as there is any moisture. I had a flip out. So we had to buy, and we still got to buy more because we bought the bug spray for outside, but it did not kill the mosquito. It did not kill the fleas. It did not kill the ticks outside. So we got to go buy a specialty one for that one. I have to buy more flea meds for the cats because the first round didn't work enough. Yeah, it was right on my shirt. Guys, I had a meltdown. Because it's one of those bugs I cannot handle. I cannot stand. I don't fucking like ticks. And so let's go over the last time you guys spoke to me. If you haven't been on the animal stream, my sink was clogged. The sink got unclogged. We needed to replace the faucet. When we replaced the faucet, guess what? My dishwasher broke. Yeah. There's all sorts of things going on with the car situation. We're going to be back down to one car again. It's birthday apocalypse for Starson because it's the birthday month. So we've gotten past Daddy's birthday. We've gotten past Brother's birthday. We've gotten past Father's Day. All that is left is my birthday on the 26th. So we are almost done. We are almost out of those woods. What is that on your cheek, ma'am? Ma'am, you had a snot on your cheek. Sunny, Luna, Penny, Aria, and Atticus all caught a cold before 4 new kittens came into the house. Starman and I got food poisoning. So when I tell you guys, it has been, and I lost 2 days of work as a result. So if you guys wonder why I've been so quiet, I have actually filmed. I have filmed things. I wrote something. I wrote a script for a certain a certain video. Guys, I've had plans and I just haven't been able to do anything. And then on my days off, because as you all know, your life is never drama free, right? Even when I try, it's never drama free. And then, then on top of all that, so as you all know, I re-entered the corporate world. And you have to take a specific test so that way you can open stores on your own. Guess who failed that test? On top of everything else. Because I didn't follow it to the letter. Yep. I'm getting called by recruiters. It's just been all over. And then with my other boss, we're not sure what's going on with that. There's a test. Yeah, me. When I tell you guys, it was an ego blow. Didn't know. Depending on the jobs you work for, depending on what you do, you need to take tests for them. You need to get licensed. You need to get authorized. I passed the written. I did not pass the verbal. Me. You know how bad it had to be. My boss has been letting me open and close. No, you don't understand. I open and close stores on my own. I don't have a key to do it on my own. I have to then message another store to email home office to send an email to unlock the doors for me. It's been a lot. On the plus side, the food poisoning, I lost 11 pounds. Woohoo! And Orion's skin is broken out as well. Like, he's bad. Let me know if you need help with editing. Oh, Jazz, I love you so much, but it's not even editing at this point. It's I love my editing. There's so much. There's just so much. Food poisoning. It's not concerning, especially when you're like me. Oh, I'm fine, honey. I'm fine. I mean, if I can drink coffee again, I'm fine. It's so not eating the remains best diet. His whole entire back end, guys, is covered. So, and what is it? The grass? No, he doesn't have any grass in the backyard. What it is the mosquitoes in our area. I think because this all stemmed from last June. So it's officially a year now. If you all remember, yesterday, a year ago, is when I got horrendously sick from the litter boxes. If you remember, I was on that live stream with Big T. Yesterday marked a year since that happened. Okay. And that was around the time a lot of the skin issues erupted in my household. Orion did not have them like this until that week. And it has been a off and on again since then. Now, I had him gone for a good amount of time, but now it's back. And I will say Reed Street soap, her soap has been helping a lot. I've been here too long. You didn't realize it's already been a year, did you, Chaco? It's been a crazy year. And so right now, what we're doing is I am planning on getting both the dogs to the vet to see if there is anything I can do. I might just have to get because the problem is it's a really powerful flea and heartworm medication that I get for him that is way better than anything you can get over the counter. But you have to get the dogs back to the vet to get them vaccinated. And you know me, I don't like over-vaccinating, especially dogs that don't interact with other dogs. It's stupid. Well, I calculated the last time I got the dogs vaccinated was 2021. So I guess it's okay. So I gotta get them all revaccinated so that way I can go and get the vet version of these meds. So it's just been a lot. It's been a lot. And right now I am just ready for June to be done. I never enjoy June. You know, Luna, I thank you. I love you too, pretty girl. But people want to see me draw. Yeah. Are you happy? Is this what you want out of life? Yeah. You can see why it freaks me out, because if you guys didn't know any better, you'd think it was Zorro. It's the only difference is the size. Yes, she's a tuxedo tummy. No, I want to see belly rubs. She's just and she has damage in her throat from when she was a kitten, so her tongue sticks out all the time. We came for cats and Gee cameos. Ugh. And that's on top of it, guys. You have no idea. Every time I drive home from work, I'm listening to certain songs where I'm just inventing all these animations. I'm sorry, did I hurt your ears? Inventing all these animations in my head where I animate Gee just mouthing to these songs. See, look at the blep. Oh, are you finally gonna leave me? You're gonna leave? Can you not do that to my coffee, ma'am? Madam, we're gonna have a problem. Here. Nope, you're staying. That's the TV. That's the TV. Write animation ideas. Gee animation. Oh yeah, that is right. It is fruit month, isn't it? Well, you know what? As a technical fruit, no thank you. I deny these claims. I reject it. I leave tire marks over your crosswalk. Thank you. So who here has heard about the new fun things coming out of the red pill community? Like Zerka and this other dude just full-blown admitting they're peds. That they are, as Sydney would say, lovers of the playground. I'm glad you're still drawing. Oh, I'm always going to draw. I learned that lesson a long time ago. When I stopped drawing in 2010, oh my God, who's growling at who? I've got all the troublemakers right here. I there did a girl who liked the idea of pride. Normal people don't. That's the thing, Rachel. Normal people don't. Oh yeah, he didn't just say he liked it. He said he was proud of it. Like the girl said on stream, she was 16. And he was like, and? When I tell you, who was it? It was Abba and Preach did a really, and I'm so tempted to do a video on it. I'm so tempted, but it's like, it's so out of my range. Chaco got a job. Oh my God, did you? And you're just telling me now? Hold on. We need some, put science emojis in the chat. Luna, you walk on that keyboard. I'll kill you, Luna. Oh, that dude's been basically picking up minors in bars. Right, and I've actually spoken to him once. This dude is like, the worst thing about it is, you know what I hate about the red pill? I think this is what I really hate the most. And it might be a controversial statement, but so sue me. A lot of the peds in the red pill are good looking and quote unquote charming people. And I think it's like, for me, it's like, my brain immediately goes to, why? If you are a good looking dude, okay? If you are a, statistically attractive human being with a charming personality that could absolutely catch adults, why would you even want to go after children? I could understand the desperation of ugly guys. I could understand the desperation of just unattractive humans who can't catch or who have bad personalities and they have to manipulate ignorant children. Sneeko got Falcon punched. And what pisses me off about that one? The amount of people on the right defending him. Oh, it doesn't. He assaulted first. He fucked around. He found out. I feel zero pity because this man has a habit of putting his hands on people, violently or otherwise, and then throwing up his hands when they retaliate. I've been looking at the quiet, well-groomed geeks. Quiet, well-groomed geeks are still good looking. If you are quiet, if you are well-groomed, and you have interesting interests, I see nothing wrong. I love, oh, by the way, guys, if you're wondering what you're looking at, it's Angel and Diablo. I drew this at work. I really don't draw them enough. And so, like, when I'm stressed, I like to draw romance. And so I've got plenty of characters in romantic, positions. I fool many people, thank you very much. And I have a brain. I thank you. I know I do. Maybe they have desire to control and power or something. And like, that's exactly what it is. I just work. And this is as close to NSFW I can draw at work. Although Hitler would have tortured the... Wow. That is a very long name. Oh, thank you, honey. You know what? I appreciate you. Heart in the chat, guys. Put a star heart. If you're a member, put a star heart in the chat. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. Especially because you can't even spell awful. Oh. Thank you. Oh my gosh. That is the sweetest thing. I always thought I was more of a bitcher, but whining is better. Extra hearts in the chat. Extra hearts in the chat for all those who don't like me but want my interactions to go up. Thank you, guys. Your love is appreciated. Feed her big head, why don't you write? I love it. Well, the people coming at me right now are mad because I told them that pit bulls should be trained properly. It's a controversial take, I know. Of course, Quiet Chris will put the pride heart up. It's canon now. Starson is like fine wine. Listen, I was literally talking to one of my coworkers yesterday because they didn't understand. There were some people that don't like me in the job, and I'm like, "Hey, Supreme, someone doesn't like me? Wow!" And I said the problem is that I have a habit, whether I try to or not, even when I'm polite. I actually have several issues. Zulia Manded. Close enough. I don't just have blue lipstick though. I have several. There's more. I know, right? I have metallic blue lipstick, dark blue lipstick, matte. Well, actually, that's a lacquer blue lipstick. And how did this red get in here? Let's see. I've got black lipstick. This is a metallic matte. And this one's just, for the fun of it. Ooh. I have coral blue number 2, right? Blue lipstick is one of your lesser issues. You know what? It's the bi coming out in me, okay, guys? Somewhere along the lines, the liberal had to take root. Personally, my aim is to get like one of every shade. Every shade of the rainbow. Yeah, like guys, when I tell you out of all the times that I've pissed people off, I didn't swear on this one. I'm going to read to you exactly what I wrote. You ready? Because the problem is there was this police video where this dumbass bitch, I mean straight up dumbass bitch, she had a intact male pit bull, right? Intact male pit bull. She had drugged it up with Benadryl, had it on no leash. Okay. The cops were coming. They were coming to her house because of the dog. She knew they got the cops called on her. She had an intact female, okay, in heat, in a car right near the dog. And everyone's saying it's the pit bull's fault. The dog was 1.5 years old. She'd never trained it whatsoever. Never. I have green lipstick too, Jade. Hi, James. So a lot of people were going at it saying, you never see golden retrievers or labs or dachshunds. I'm like, yes, you do. Oh no, they said golden retrievers or border collies. I'm like, literally both are known for biting. Both. Border collies are worse than golden retrievers though. Border collies have like horrible bite history because they use biting to herd sheep. Like that's their thing. So I said to one of the people, I said, yes, they do have bite histories. They just don't get reported they don't get reported in the media as much. I said, do you even know breeds? And then one of these people told me to shut up, and I said, no, I'm not going to. And I wrote, and someone said, well, if these, I said, because they said that pit bulls, if they're such wonderful dogs and it's all about the training, why are they so hard to train? I said, actually, the fact of the matter is, if they're so easy. They said, yes, they're some of the highest biters. Both dogs are bred to use their mouths. Do you know anything about breeds? And someone essentially asked me, well, why is a dog not being proper? I love when Johnny said a dog's in heat. Thank you for the $5, James. And what I wrote was, it said, it's actually not hard to train. They are considered some of the easiest to train and ranked some of the highest in temperament. What the issue is that because they tend to be naturally sweet dogs, people actively choose not to train or curb any reactive instincts they may have. Add in that there are over 4 million pit bulls in America, the highest density population next to labs and chihuahuas, with a lot of misidentifying, inbreeding, abuse, and in some cases, yes, aggressive breeding. You get roughly 200 individuals that cause an issue every year. But considering it's only 200 bites or incidents out of over 4 million, I don't think it's a pit bull problem. It's an irresponsible human problem. This has led to people... what you're seeing in the that is, I am so annoyed purely because this is my least controversial. I had less angry people in my chat over Asian talk. I've had less angry people in my chat over the art Twitter. And then one of the guys, he went off. He told me to shush. I said no. He said yes now. I said no, you can't make me. Matter of fact, I'll be streaming about this tonight. Now, as we all know, I didn't do the animal stream last night. I was really having a hard day because, again, on top of everything else, it's summer. You all know how much I love the heat. I said, you can't make me. I'll be streaming out tonight. He said, we'll see. And then he wrote #dentists. And then he started talking about my weight and stuff. And I'm like, okay, so in other words, you know I'm right. You just don't like what I'm saying. Asian talk thing was hilarious. I love talking about it. Like every once in a while to get myself reheated, I will go and I will go and I will rewatch that. Okay. This is my boss's house, the restaurant boss's house, and I'm tired of it going off. I'm lowering that today. It's driving the dog nuts anyway. But anyways, and so, like, I marvel that is what people are annoyed about today. It truly does blow my mind. Out of everything I've pissed people off with, and I've pissed plenty of people off, the mattress firm controversy wasn't this bad. And I got banned from TikTok for that one. But when I'm my most polite, when I am my least rude, when I'm the most factual and the least what's the word I'm looking for? Aggressive? You guys get what I mean. That's when I've got people coming at. It's amazing how easy it was just that is literally it, Chaco. What I just read, that is it. Confrontational. Thank you, Emo. You always come in the clutch. But yeah, that's it. Too many people hate hearing they do something wrong. Right. Well, I said it to my coworker last night. I said, I think I've realized. And you know who helped me figure this out is Twitter. Red Pill on Twitter helped me figure this out. Why do you think the numbers are so against pit bulls, though? So if you go back into... on top of that, it's fly season in North Carolina. You have to look at the logistics of it all. Okay, so if you go back into the 70s and 80s and 90s, the dogs that were demonized then were Rottweilers, Dobermans, German Shepherds, okay, and Boxers. A lot of these dogs are technically bully breeds, or at least working breeds. These are dogs that really shouldn't be owned by the everyday person, especially back then when they were mostly bred for work, which is what they were designed to do. You didn't have a lot of these dogs being bred for families. And so people, just like with, think about it this way. We know for a fact that out of the millions of police interactions every year, only about 1,000 people actually die under any kind of police interaction. And out of that 1,000 people, it's usually majority white people that get killed. Yet what is the narrative? That blacks are getting hunted in the streets. Black people are getting hunted by cops. Black people are historically killed more and unarmed and da-da-da. We know statistically, we have the facts and the numbers to back it up that it's not the case. So the problem is when you look at a pit bull, again, think about it. The majority of dogs in this country are pit bulls and labs. Pit bulls and labs have very similar features. When you look at a lab mix or a pit bull mix, it's very hard to distinguish which one is a lab mix and which one is a pit bull mix. So you get a lot of people that will see the block head. They will see the wide nose. They will see the muscle, and they automatically assume, or the gator mouth, which by the way, a lab can have a wide mouth too. They see that and they say pit bull. Even though statistically labs bite more than pit bulls because labs specifically have the instinct in them to use their mouth. Pit bulls have more instinct to slap and claw, but they will bite and they can latch on. So first take that into account. You have a lot of animals that look very similar. Both have, I think there's like 3 million labs, 4 million pit bulls, something like that. Like we're talking millions upon millions of dogs. Okay. So now you take into account that a lot of these dogs are backyard bred or strays. And backyard bred often means inbred. So when you have inbred dogs, you have mental issues. That is, people don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. I've also been bitten by a lab, but I deserved it. A lot of people don't want to hear that part either, though, Chaco. A lot of people, and this is something that I'm very controversial about, apparently, I believe 99% of animal attacks, animal injuries, anything done by an animal to a person is a person's fault. You can almost always circle it back to the person's fault. If an infant gets hurt by a dog, it is not the infant's fault, but it certainly is the adult's fault. And then you have inbred humans who are Democrats. True, James. So you've got, right, you have to logistically look at this. So now you've got the dog with the highest density of population in the country, okay? You have a highest density of strays, homeless, abused, because the number one abused dog in the shelter is a pit bull. The two dogs you're going to find the most in the shelter are black labs and pit bulls of all variety, okay? Now you add into the fact that yes, pit bulls, if you go back in their lineage, were designed to attack bears and boars. That is what they were originally supposed to be for. They were designed to help hunt and latch on. They were also designed to attack bulls when bulls would attack the farmer. They have these black labs because of prejudice. A lot of folks do not like black animals as a whole. When you go into the shelter, next time you get a chance, guys, look in your local shelter and look at what's available. You're going to see a lot of black animals and a lot of black animals, plain and simple, pit bulls, labs, and black cats too. They are the least adoptable. It's just statistically, you can see it with your own eyes. You can see it with the numbers. And they believe it because they believe they're unlucky. Because a lot of times manifestations, when you see of demons, of bad spirits, what do they normally say? It's a black shadow, a black animal, a black dog, a black cat. So it is kind of racism in a way. It's true. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So now you've got these animals that are bred to be actually very sweet to humans. Okay? So you have to realize something, that pit bulls were actually bred to not be aggressive to humans. They were bred to be aggressive mostly to other animals, which is why a lot of people will have a pit bull and they don't train it because the pit bull is nice to them. And they are very guarding dogs. They do resource guard their homes. So you have an animal that what they're seeing, a lot of ignorant people are seeing a dog that protects their home and loves on them. What do I need to train it for? And that's where you get this biggest problem. A lot of people who are irresponsible, they don't fix their dog. They don't train their dog. They don't contain their dog. A lot of folks will stick their dog out in the yard on a chain or in a fenced-in yard and leave it alone. They think it's fine. But these dogs are high-energy dogs. They are a terrier. So what do? They leap the fence. They get out. They go spread their wild oats, and they let instinct take over. So what you have is a large population of dogs that are powerful that people can easily get their hands on, and quite a few people don't know how to handle them. And then you have that sect of people who get them because they look badass, because they are powerful, and because they can be good guard dogs. And these dogs become a commodity to them. They become something that they can utilize for whatever need be. And this is the issue that you have. There's a reason why Orion is such a handsome dog. A lot of people, yes, they do count as black cats, Jade, and they are just as unlikely to get adopted as any else. And so, a lot of folks compliment me on Orion. Orion has reactivity due to being attacked at the dog park by a pit bull. So, you have people like Pearl's owner. Pearl was the pit bull. Hence dog fights, exactly. They use dog fighting because it is easy to get in there and grab your dog without it turning on you. With a pit bull, it's very hard for them to redirect their anger because they have the instinct to not redirect said anger. I know. Welcome back, young lady. Was I ignoring you for too long? I wasn't giving you direct attention. Is that the problem? Luna's the kind of cat where you're not allowed to not love on her. She makes a very and she will hiss at me if I yell at her. She will hiss at me if I tell her no. It's a living creature. They need to learn boundaries. Exactly. And the problem is, Rachel, and I have discovered this through just talking to my normie friends who are not animal people. The issue is a lot of people have this ignorant idea that animals come pre-trained. They have this idea in their head that these animals understand what we want them to do. Oh yeah, Luna talks back. You got an itch? Yeah. Luna will yell at me to come and walk over to her so she can jump on me if I'm doing dishes and I haven't looked at her long enough. She will jump on my butt while I'm doing dishes. She will she's the only cat I have that I can go and she will jump from the ground and she's almost the same size as Penny. She's only a little bigger than Penny. You have to train a child. Why wouldn't you train a pet? Because the problem is, Chaco, and this is the truth, a lot of people watch TV and they believe what the animals do on TV is what animals do in real life. Remember the person I told you about? She was feeding her dog Captain Crunch and waffles. And she couldn't understand why her dog didn't understand. What are you supposed to do? My hunting dog don't know jack about tracking and hunting. You have to train him. I know. Rachel, you and I know this. I'm not happy with this coffee. This is Starman's coffee. Oh my God, now Athena's up here. I'm never going to get anything done. Athena, you don't get along with anybody. Except for Penny. Get on my ass if you want to be up here. Hey, there's a spot behind my butt. Come on. But that's quirky. I know. And so this is the problem that you're facing, guys. These are the problems that you're facing. And so a lot of people would rather just ban the dog, which will not solve anything. Okay? All you will do is kill a lot of animals for no reason. My Basset knew how to track the KFC bucket. They will follow some of their instincts. Make no bones about it. But are they going to follow it the way they would if they are trained? No. Athena, no. Because you're no, baby. You're walking on the... Ow. Ow. No. You got to get down. Get down. Thank you. You can climb on me later, bitch. No, there is no room at the inn. There is no room at the inn. This is the other reason I've been having a hard time, because every time I sit down for 2 seconds, I can literally get... I don't know if it's because the animals know that I've been super stressed these last 2 months. I don't know what it is. But guys, I can't stop moving. If I stop for even a second, I get surrounded. Surrounded. Athena, your claws are too long right now. You are not willing to... No. No. Oh my God. Athena. There is no room at the inn. You have to leave Bethlehem. What? You guys can't see what's going on, but she just climbed the back of the chair that has no backing. Here she comes. You can't see her. She's right out of frame, but now she's standing on my tits. See the shadow? That's her. And Luna has no idea she's behind her. Yes, Athena? How about I tuck you in my shirt? Is that what you want? You like when I tuck you in my shirt? Can we do that? Can we compromise? Give me a second, guys. I have to figure this out. Shush. 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 Bitch. It'll be over in a second. There. 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 Now you're in the shirt. Happy? Okay. Are we good? Shh. You good? Okay, good. It's all my anxiety animals. The only one I'm missing is Calliope, and I'm not wishing that, but I bet it will happen. She shot, yeah, all my cats talk back. All of them. But Athena is the worst. No wonder your tits get clawed, no matter what I do. There. And hold on, let me see if you guys can hear this now. Can you hear that? If you guys could hear that, that's the sound of a very happy, anxiety-ridden cat. This is why I don't draw nip nops. Yeah, because they always get clawed. If you couldn't hear it, she is purring in my shirt. Your heartbeat? Ha ha ha. Invent cat Kevlar, right? If you could hear any thumping, that was Athena. But whatchamacallit. Yeah, so I'm trying to draw, guys, but I've literally got Penny on my butt, so I can't lean forward too far. I got Athena on my belly now, so I can't lean forward too far. And I can't make a lot of room because I got Luna right here. So I guess it's just, it's the animal show. Just, oh, here comes Greta now. Hi, Greta. Now I don't have a hand available. Just one thing after another. This is very unprofessional, animals. I've been doing this now for several years. Not the Jimothy again. Yep, Greta's on my side now, demanding scratches. I'm shocked the boy hasn't come in. I'm shocked. Shooken. Shooketh. Yes, Greta. Yes, Athena. Don't you? No, you stay in the shirt. Bitch, I ain't got no more room. You stay there. Stay there. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what the worst thing is? Having Starman home doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a lick of difference because they don't go to him. Except for Athena when we're sitting on the couch and his lap is open. She might go to him. But no, instead I'm just going to have the whole plethora of creatures making me very warm, I might add. I am now getting, so warm. I gotta take off my slippers somewhat. But anyways, let's get on to some funny topics, though. Who here has heard that the White House is now stating, hilariously so, that every video you see where Joe Biden is looking a little less than normal, Stays on the heating bill. It's summer, Jade. But who has heard that they're all deep fakes? That's not Joe. That is right-wing propaganda. None of it's real. Every single video is a deep fake. It's AI. Clearly. And they said that with their, as the kids say, their whole chest. They didn't even hesitate. They were like, yep, it's fake. It's fake. All of it. Deep fake. Not real. Not real, bro. Prove to me it's real. You can't. Oh, videos? Videos aren't real. I saw a pale horse and the rider that sat upon it was fraud. It's Bo Jiden? Oh my god, yeah. If you want to see, I shared it all in my stories, guys. I shared them because it was, I like, when the more stressed I get, the more I want to share about, like, just what I see on Instagram. I hate this insane modern day. Thank you, Moon. 100%. No way. It's not fake at all. It's the only thing they can do, Natanya. Because literally, it was so sad. They put him next to Obama. And everyone, like, no one's even looking at Biden. They're all shaking Obama's hand. They're all talking to Obama. And it's, like, so pathetic. Like, it's just pathetic. He looks like an NPC. When Obama led him off stage, Joe's hand was like this. Like, you could see it tensing. Which usually a confused elderly person will do. You happy? Yeah. Fraud, you don't even see all the animals around me. I've got Luna here, Athena's in my shirt, Penny's on my butt, and Greta's at my hip. I am stuck. But you know, Orange Man bad. Right, Mitchell? Orange Man, though. You know. None of what Trump did is fake, though. Okay, it's all real. All real. What do you think of Candace calling the hypocrisy of the French government not being honest about Brigitte Macron? I don't even know if that's true or not. I mean, she's just, to me, she just looks old. I think sometimes Candace, like, what do we care about France? Like, I heard it, and I thought it was dumb. I mean, pick your battles. We've got way too much going on here to worry about if Macron, who married a woman like 30 years his senior, is also married to a tranny or not. Like, does, you know. She ain't the crazy cat lady. She's a cat tree! Very true. Trump made the deep fakes. Right, of course. You're so right. Oh, Choco, you haven't heard. Candace Owens joined in with some French journalists claiming that the French president's wife is trans. Luna, do not walk on the keyboard. Do not walk on the keyboard. Do not. Thank you. If my daughter wasn't my daughter, I'd be dating her. And I get what it was because I've heard those comments back in the day. Quiet Chris. And you know what the problem is? When we were young, those comments didn't sound as bad as they do now. Sadly, it's true. It's no, though Trump said that one, Chaco. Trump said that one. However, unlike Trump, Biden actually has the journals to prove that he actually would have dated his daughter. Disgusting. Although they didn't try to claim it was deep fakes years ago. Right. They join in with Candace and Michael Obama. Yeah, like, again, with Michelle Obama, I've seen pictures of her younger. And she looked more feminine then. She's just an angry woman. Like, Michelle's just not a pretty woman. And she's got a more muscular build. I know plenty of women like her. Biden didn't age. It ain't nothing but a number. Biden's disgusting. Disgusting. But it's like, for me, what do we care if Macron's wife is trans or not? Even if she is trans, she's still, if she wasn't trans, she's too old to make babies anyway. And I don't understand why it matters if he's just not a good president. What do you care what he's married to? See, for me, this is like, and again, I go back to the Obama mom pants. Shit like that doesn't matter to me. Shit like that is meaningless to me because the thing is, it doesn't affect how he's a president. depending on who he married, as long as the person he married isn't like, some terrorist. Like, whether or not they're a man makes no difference to me. It's whether or not they're terrorists, whether or not they love their country, whether or not they support their spouse in being a president. That matters more to me. And when it comes to, like, for instance, Biden potentially being a map, a lover of the playground, that matters much more to me. Bye, James. Have fun at work. Like, that matters much more to me. And love you too, honey. And whatchamacallit? For me, what matters a lot more is if they've done nefarious things. Hi, Big T. Like, have they done nefarious things? Have they done terrible things? A PDF file, exactly. Fact, it doesn't matter if the president's wife is. It doesn't. To me, it does not. It's more about how the government over there trying so hard to disprove the theory and failing. But even then, Emo, like, to me, is that really important right now? The other day in France, hi, Dylan. The other day in France, illegal immigrants took a French citizen, a pregnant French citizen, and threw her face first off a bus. It's in my stories. If I'm worried about something going on in France, I don't give a shit what Macron is banging. I care about the fact that his citizens are getting abused by the illegals in their country. That's what I care about. And that's the thing. And Peter Feliciano says it perfectly. If you guys don't follow him, you absolutely should. Peter Feliciano says, stop letting the rage bait get you, because it is a distraction. Even from our own side, they want you to get upset about something, but it doesn't solve anything. It just gets you mad. It's just something to look at. It's the shiny object to distract you from the big issues. I don't care who. No, don't walk on my damn keyboard. I don't care who they're banging. I do care that they're censoring journalists. I don't deny that, Emo. That's wrong. But if it is what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word right now, guys, but you know what I mean. If it's fake, if it's false, they should be called out for it. They should be able to get sued for that, because you're spreading false information. Peter is great. I know he's best friends with Mikey too. You have to let the things that are very obviously trying to get you angry not get you angry. And it's like, the reason why I say the Obama mom pants is because if you go back to the early 2000s, 2009, 2010, there was this grandiose controversy about Obama wearing mom jeans. People made fun of him because his jeans came up to his waist. And the right-wing news outlets had a field day with it. And I was like, who fucking cares? Like, straight up, who cares? I don't care how that... That's the late... Bite me, you know what I mean. Compared to now... Athena, you're gonna ruin this shirt. I literally cannot show you my chest right now because she has the shirt so dragged down. I don't know if it's appropriate for YouTube. But she's all the way down in my lap in this shirt. Oh, yeah, by the way, happy belated Father's Day to everyone. I don't know which country celebrated Father's Day on that day, because I know on Mother's Day in America, it was not Mother's Day around the world. But Father's Day here, I know is celebrated in Canada as well. So all jokes aside, happy Father's Day to you, my fraud son, and also to all the dads in the chat. But whatchamacallit? Like I was saying, though, it's just stuff like that where, why do we care? Why does it upset us? No nip-nops, just deep décolletage. Like, all the way down to my belly button, she's got the shirt dragged. It's honestly hurting my neck a little bit, but at least she's not crawling all over me, because the problem with Athena is like Luna. She doesn't take no for an answer. So if she wants to sit on me, Athena will keep climbing on me, and she'll dig in her claws very hard. and I haven't been able to clip her claws yet. I clipped the boys. Oh, by the way, guys, in case you don't remember or you don't know, there are 4 new tiny ones in the household. And I don't know if I got to tell you, 2 of them have homes. We already got a home. Adija and Hermes are going to go to somebody. And it's you guys all know Starman's best friend. Again, Luna's dad, original dad. He knows a guy whose elderly cat passed away. And when his cat passed away, listen to how horrible this is, right? So his cat passed away of old age. So he took very good care of this cat. I think it was like 14 years old, 15 years old, right? And after a while, he got up the courage to go and adopt another cat. And he had this cat, I don't know for how long. However, his father's then girlfriend got a hair across her ass and decided to come over and be very malicious. And she took his cat and she threw it outside. And the cat disappeared. So this was his recovery cat. Like this was, for lack of a better term, his rainbow cat. The cat that you know, after the storm, you get a new pet to recover from the pain. And now that cat is missing, more than likely dead. And so, yeah, like, and so I felt so bad for this poor guy because Starman's best friend said pretty much this guy's entire life is work, Magic the Gathering, online gaming, and his cat. And I was like, that's horrible. And so this woman has been legally barred from the house. She has a restraining order. She's paying restitutions on site from me. Exactly, Quiet Chris. And so I said to Ray, I said, all right, I have no problem. Because you know what? You've told me about this guy before. You've talked him up. I did not want Sunny and Luna going to him because they were adults. And because they had been at my house for so long, I did not want them bouncing from one owner to another owner to another owner. If they're going to go, they're going to come back to me. And so I said to Ray, I said, here's the deal. I am more than happy to adopt out to a kitten to him. I would love if he will take 2 because kittens have a lot of energy. And if I send him a male, it's definitely going to need a friend. And if I send him a female, I still feel they'll need a friend because they're energetic animals. And these kittens, whew, they are packed with personality. Oh my God. They are energetic. They are funny. And so I was like, ask him if he'll take 2. And he didn't even hesitate. He said 100%, I'll take 2. I said, all right, here's my rules. And this is why I don't adopt out a lot of animals, even to those I trust sometimes, because here's my rules. If you're going to adopt an animal from me, you have to get a vet reference. You have to go find a vet that you're willing to work with. Okay? You have to go find a vet that you're willing to have vouch for you. And then you need to put money down. Now, the vet that I use for the low cost has these packages. They're called kitten packages. For $200 at this particular location, you will get rabies, all of their deworming and vaccines, and get them fixed. Add on $30, which I require, to get the microchips so that way we can track your animal. You have to pay for that in order to even qualify to adopt. He agreed for both kittens. I said, and you have to wait until the kittens are fixed before I give them to you, because I want to make sure I am not handing over an animal to someone that is going to breed. And the third is, it can never go outside. Your animal must remain in your, if you think you're going to have an indoor outdoor, I would rather lose money. Greta, what'd you do? If you're wondering what I'm doing, Greta came in with like a, like she's coughing something up. You okay? All right, you good. And then the last one is, if for any reason you cannot keep that cat, you are to call me immediately and I will take it back. I would rather go broke as a joke than let that animal go wander the system. Those are my rules. And for me, they're very fair rules. Pretty reasonable. And I also have to actually make sure that your house is safe, you know. And, oh, I'm sorry, Athena. I'm sorry. I think these are very reasonable rules, but a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people do not like those rules. So as a result, if you wonder why I have so many animals, this is partially why. Because a lot of people do not want to follow those rules. They don't want to have to put money like that up front. They don't want to have to accommodate the animal. They don't want to have to put in that money. And so I would much rather be broke and know these animals are safe. And I get a lot of people. I just had it happen yesterday. One of my close friends said, I'm just waiting. You really need to get rid of all your animals. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking doing it. And they called it a hobby. This is not a hobby. A hobby is something that's just for fun, just for funsies, and it doesn't hurt anybody. This is not a hobby. I do this because literally these animals would not live. Most of these animals would not be alive if I had not taken them. I can tell you right now, unequivocally, there's at least 4 animals in my household that someone would have either thrown outside or euthanized due to their behavior. At least 4. I can list them right now. Athena, Calliope, Penny, Axel. All of them dead. They would have been dead. It is disrespectful. The problem is, Chaco, is a lot of people don't see animals the way I see them. You guys understand. You've been here for a lot of it, and you guys all have the same idea that I do. Kind of situation I'm in. My parents agreed to let me take in my cat from my uncle because his family has been evicted with the intention of giving him back once they got a place. Yeah, it's been 2 years, and if that tells you anything, anyone that knows you knows pets are your babies. And the thing is, it wouldn't matter if I had a human child. It would not matter. I would still see it because the thing is, for me, the idea of getting rid of all my animals because it'll save me a couple of bucks a month is bad. I find that incredibly disingenuous. And maybe I'm wrong in saying it, but I also find it kind of like sinful. They see animals as gutter trash. They do. They don't see animals as important as I do. About a year back, a woman was going through the nasty divorce and her husband cheated. Since he couldn't get full custody of her son, he decided he was taking the dogs as punishment. Registered, and her son was so upset. I was like, I don't have a dog, but do you want to pick up a rabbit? They're 3 months old, very human oriented. Anyway, long story short, the kid from day one kept the bunny in bed and while sleeping in there and stuff. Oh. See, now, I won't lie. If Starman and I ever divorced, he ain't getting an animal. They all staying with me. He can get visitations, but they're all staying with me. That's point blank. Even Arya, they're staying with me. I think it's one of the reasons why he never wants to leave me. He wouldn't get any animals with him. I'm going to try to draw Guy with Athena like this, which is very difficult, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get some artwork done on chat and draw. Oh, it's already looking like shit. Oh my God, that looks terrible. It's because of gay. I hate you. You're all being bad. You're all being bad. You're writing it wrong. Also, I can't get perspective right. Damn it, Athena. Damn it, Athena. Right, I am not pleased with you, Quiet Chris. Between you and Black Cat's pulling out them damn emotes. I'm trying to see what I can look over. I gotta put something on the screen that isn't just straight paper. What can I show you guys? Let's see. Oh, we can look over how I finished this, and my wrist cries remembering what I did for this. But I want to be so extra. Yashar just follows his boy everywhere. Rabbits can be very wonderful pets. I'm working my Austria trip. What? I know you went to France. You went to Austria too? About to say, leave the good Starman alone, but I thought, wait, I don't want you to leave him alone. Listen, I'm a pretty damn good wife. So, I'm not worried. The other night, I sacrificed sleep to make sure he had his own personal subs for work. I made him spicy salami and spicy provolone subs and buffalo chicken subs with fresh cut tomatoes and red onions and lettuce and balsamic vinegar. what you're working on when I first coming in on your streams. Baby I was in France for an hour. Austria went for 2 weeks. Oh, I don't know. I'm having a hard time keeping up with everything, let me tell you. And I was actually, all right, so just side note. So you guys know how I am about food and, you know, how food is made and blah, 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 blah. So I love karaage chicken, okay? I kind of can't wait to marry. Oh, when are you getting married? When is the wedding? So the night I made his subs, I said, I'm already up. I might as well do some more prep work. And so I had like this big bag of chicken thighs that had thawed out. So what I did was I chopped them all up into little cubes. Well, generally the rough cubes. And I got the marinade done. Okay. And then I marinated a bunch of thighs, which are going to be tonight's dinner. Halloween 2025. Ooh, that means you got plenty of time. Moon, I could say the same to you, but thank you. I appreciate that. One thing about all my stuff in the X is the person you're there with now can't cook. You broke up with me, now you suffer. Right? And so I did, I think, like 5 or 6 pounds of chicken for the karaage. And I marinated it. And then last night, 2 nights ago, hello, Tris. I took them and I mixed in the potato starch, right? Because when you make karaage chicken, you don't need to bread separately. You literally put the potato starch directly into the marinated chicken. So you don't make a lot of marinade. You just put a little bit. Enough to coat the chicken with a little bit excess. And then you put in the potato starch. And so then I had the idea. I said, what if I freeze it all? Because I'm trying to avoid frying at all costs, but I have an air fryer, right? So karaage chicken inherently is fried, but I have an air fryer. So what I did was, and again, I feel so proud of myself. I've got to brag to somebody about it. I had these mini muffin tins that I bought like 4 or 5 years ago. And so I filled, I think it's like 35 holes per muffin tin. And then I got out a baking sheet and I lined it up with wax paper for the rest of it. I froze all the karaage chicken in little portions. And then I put it all in the bag. And then I put like about 6 tester pieces in the air fryer yesterday morning. And it worked. And it tasted so good. And I was so proud of me. I was like, this worked. I mean, it was a little messy. Like a couple of the pieces like melted down. So I know that I would probably have to put down like one of those little, the sheets. So that way the breading doesn't go through the grates as much. But I did it. I was so proud. I was like meal prepping. And so I said all that to say, like, you know, if you have something that you really, really like, a food that you love, but it's not necessarily healthy. Oh, good. You're leaving. Thank you. Because you're making me sweat, kid. Get down. No, you're not leaving so you can get onto a different section of the desk. I'm free. I'm free. Whatchamacallit. So I say all that to say, if there's something that you like and it's traditionally fried or not made in a healthy way healthier too to air fry them. Right. You guys can't see who I'm talking to. It's Tris on Twitch. So I will put up their comment right here. And so that's what I try to do is make, because the thing is, if it's frozen, the breading stays on, right? And so I like to oven bake a lot of stuff because, like, when I was growing up, it didn't occur to me that French fries were made in a fryer because my mom and dad always baked them in the oven. Hello, TikTok. No, YouTube. My original TikTok that would have gone live got banned right before I could get the live status because you have to have 1,000 followers to go live. But anyways, so hi Orion, hello. It's actually a good tip though. It's you would be surprised what you can make in the oven that will taste just as good as as getting deep fried. And you're not going to get as many trans fats and carbohydrates and things like that. And not only that, so I found I am going to try to make it. There is a carnivore bread recipe. Okay. And not that egg bread thing where it tastes like styrofoam. Nay. That's one of my claims to fame. But I found it yesterday and it looks so good. And it obviously chops all the carbs down. It's made primarily with milk, yeast, and eggs. And I think cream cheese is either whipping cream or cream cheese, but it looked phenomenal. And I'm looking up all these recipes because, like, the thing is, in my opinion, and I've said this on a video probably a year and a half ago, if you have a hard time cutting your cravings, what you have to do is look for things that answer those cravings in a healthier way. My husband still hasn't adopted this theory, but I keep trying. There was a woman who made a cake, okay? And it was entirely comprised of cream cheese and eggs and whipping cream for the cream. That was it. Now, I do think you should add some sweetener to it because it's a cake. But, Carnivore Crisps makes a flour that you can make yourself. So it's just stuff like that where you can make a healthier version of what you want and still get what you want and indulge without overindulging, without damaging yourself. And I love that. I think it is so cool. And I cannot wait to try it because I was having this discussion with my sister-in-law, right? Because she is kind of weird about manufactured food. She's like, well, all food is bad in a way, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, the thing is, a lot of the foods that we have are not good. A lot of the candy and prepackaged, I try to get the healthier candies now. I try to get everything. I try to go as least processed as possible. Do I fail sometimes? Yes. But even when I have it processed, I try to go for lower ingredients. Like you guys all know, I cannot stand oat milk and nut milks. I think they're disgusting. Soy milks. And just look at the ingredients. That's all you need to know. They're filled with so many terrible things. And I'm at the point now where I'm hoping that somewhere down the line, Starman and I can get our own dairy cow. Healthy candy. Yeah, like healthy candy, not as in it is healthy for you, because no matter what, it's candy. If you have a lot of it, it's bad. Candy sucks. Exactly, Moon. Most of it does suck. So I avoid anything that has dyes or anything like that. Like I try to go towards things that are like skinny dipped, which is just almonds that are dipped in a thin coating of chocolate that has natural sweeteners in it. For my milk from a tip, thank you. Right. Supplementing as much as you can with homemade or homegrown stuff is so good. Right. Exactly, Tris. And this is what I'm aiming for as well with the whatchamacallit. With my when I start growing my own fruit and vegetables. Like I have a lot that I have planned because I love the idea of making it myself, of it being mine. I understand the convenience of wanting a chicken patty in the freezer, right? So I get the idea of wanting a frozen pizza, wanting chicken patty, wanting a pasta meal in the freezer, all of that. I 110% understand the convenience. What is then stopping you from making that yourself, just making that product, taking the extra few steps to freeze it and then pack it yourself? You can make your own chicken patties. You get ground chicken, you get your own seasonings, and then you bread it in like with the pork panko or something like that. Okay? Then you lay it on trays, freeze that, and then once it's frozen, pack it. You've got your own chicken patties. Then you just throw it in the oven, throw it in the air fryer. Done within a few minutes. You have the same level of convenience. The same level of convenience, the same level of flavor, but you control what's in it. Lower sodium, lower sugars, lower carbs, lower additives, less hormones. And like Tris said, and probably yummier. And I've done this back when I was at the apartments, right? And we made a little more money, which I'm hoping to get back to. I would regularly go to, there's a market here called Harris Teeter. And back then it was 99 cents a pound of chicken. Oh, those were the days. And I would go and I would say, I want $30 worth of chicken. Okay. So I went and I would go and buy 30 pounds of chicken breast. And then what I would do is I would spend that whole day prepping chicken. So I would fillet it all. So I had cutlets. And then I would separate it. So I would put some in certain, like I would season certain things and label what they were. And then I would take about, I would say 5 pounds of it. And I would then batter and bread it with egg and flour. And then I would freeze it in the freezer. Okay. I'd layer it between parchment paper and I would freeze it. So then I had breaded chicken breast that at any time, you just throw in the oven. I know where like 3 Harris Teeters are. Well, yeah, I know the same, but they're all over the South, but I never heard of them till I moved to the South. And so like, I wondered how you spelled it properly, but now I know. So I would do this. You can do this with any meat you want. You can prep, like for instance, if you love salmon, you can prep salmon steaks. You can prep steak, burgers, anything you like. You could make your own pizza. Dough recipes are not hard. You could grate your own cheese, get a chunk of mozzarella, get the pepperoni from a reliable meat source. You can do these yourself. You do not have to go out and buy a frozen pizza. You can make your own tomato sauce. You can make your own dough. You can do all this yourself. And a lot of folks really don't realize that. You can do that yourself. You do not need any fat. You do not need to go to the market. Okay, Italian accent on mozzarella. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you can do that yourself. Another easy one to start is to dehydrate different vegetables, right? And make your own seasonings. 110%. You can go to your new job. Oh, I'm sorry, Linda. You can go to the market, right? You can go to the market. You can go and get your own fruits and vegetables. And then you only have to cut them all up and put them in the freezer bags. That's it. You put in a couple of pats of butter. You put in your seasonings. You put it in the freezer. And then you already have everything right there. Just unpack it, throw it in the microwave. Or you know, flip side, unpack it, throw it in the oven. But Linda, I am sorry. I know how that feels, honey. Homemade sauce is the only kind I can tolerate. I don't know what it is. I can tell you exactly why. There's sugar. They put in too much tomato paste. They put in too much absorbic acid and citric acid, and they put in too much sugar because they use table sugar instead of like wine or anything like that. Butter. Oh yeah, Jasmine. The butter. It's the same, like, you guys don't understand. You can literally get from most places are near a dairy farm of some kind. You probably have an Amish store. You have a farmer's market. You have a local store. Take the time, spend a little extra money, or even just get a high quality butter from like the market or something. Like, I know Kerrygold butter is really good. There is this Amish roll butter that I usually get, and it's like so limited ingredient. Like, there's so many things you can do, and a lot of folks just don't put that little extra effort in, and then they sit there and tell me with their mouth wide open, oh, but that's too difficult. I can't figure it out. It's called fucking Google. You literally have the world at your fingertips. If you can sit there and Google the most asinine things about an event you want to go to, about a video game you want, then you can Google how to do these things. That does explain it. The only spaghetti I ever had like in my life was when my mom made the sauce and it loaded the bitch up with sweet wine. There you go. She's doing the funny words on purpose at this point. I'm not. That's my accent. Also, different sauces have different amounts of lectins. Tomatoes are really right. San Marzano tomatoes are the best to use. If you are going to make tomato sauce, take it from me. Cento, you're going to get Cento, and you're going to get San Marzano. And making your butter. Linda makes it even better point. Linda, 110%. You can make your own fucking butter. You can make your own butter. And it is so easy. And I get so tired of like, well, I can't, oh, the markets are so far. Okay. You still gonna make that sacrifice. Oh, hold on, guys. Starman's calling me. Sorry, guys. We had to discuss things we needed for the house. Because today was my payday. And so we're trying to curb things going on. Can't deal with pumpkin spice well. In only 2 months, it's pumpkin spice season for me. And only 14 Fridays till it's fall. I don't know about your kids, but I'm ready for poopy season. Spoopy season. Oh, I made you jump. Aw, poor baby. My poor Choco. Anywho, well, now I can draw Gee. Penny's sitting here. Hi. Oh, did you hear me say your name? And I have a mirror on my side table, and it's just so happens to be perfectly placed where I can see her. Dude, she is just so cozy. She's a happy girl right now. Penny. Yeah. I think it's like our town got a Hobby Lobby finally. We've had them for several years. But I'm happy. They have good discounts. Pumpkin Spice Girls are the only downfall to Spook. How dare you, emo? Also, technically, Kelvin is science nerd like me, Hunty. Kelvin? Kelvin, like, you know, the measurement Kelvin? Open last month, but I'm still happy about it. Bring our torches and pitchforks now. The nearest Target from me is like 40 minutes. So annoying. I don't care if it makes me basic for pumpkin. Right? Like, fuck anyone who doesn't like it. It's delicious, okay? I still have my pumpkin spice nuts from last year. I have pumpkin spice almonds that I'm slowly whittling away. I'm getting there on it. But yeah, guys, you know what? I think for me, shit that makes me brag is stuff like this. Salted caramel is also delicious, I won't lie. Salted caramel is amazing. But shit that makes me brag is shit like this. I'm going to take a picture and show it to you. Apples, that's a lie, and I don't appreciate that lie. I don't support that decision! A point of bragging for me is the fact that the anxiety-ridden animals in my household actively choose to be with me. That I am more comforting to them. That makes me, like, super big-headed. More than most things. Like, the things most people get big-headed about, I don't. About being bisexual or some bullshit like that. That doesn't make me big-headed. What makes me big-headed is knowing that an animal only has one reason that they would pick me over others. Just saying. And it's not out of popularity. It's not of anything else. It's the fact that they pick me because I am who they believe is going to keep them safe. You feed them. Yeah, I wish that was it, but Starman feeds them sometimes more than I do. But they still actively pick me. It's the Italian Disney princess we never got right. All them German and French and English ones, they all get the love. Oh my god, and Luna's looking so cute. Made his forehead too sloped. Give us a loud Italian princess. They never will. At this point, the closest we got was Luca. The closest we're ever going to get is Luca. Not Luca. Luca. Still no wheelchair princess? So much for inclusion. Stop it. Yes, we did. We got Ariel. The best Disney could have offered was an Italian blue fairy. And they made her black and trans. Exactly. Thank you, Moon. Ain't no Spanish or Portuguese fairy princess. Well, technically, Elena, you did get a Spanish one, Elena. What are our fat, bald animated princess? Throwing myself off today, damn. And no Merida. Merida's Scottish, though. It wouldn't count. Mom, did you get your takes on Wish? I still have not watched Wish. I really don't want to. You know what the problem is that I was so excited for Wish, guys. You don't understand. You guys heard me talk about it. I was so excited for it. I was ready. A Disney project that's completely original. And they fumbled the ball so far. So hard. So hard. They didn't even try. Ilana of Avalor, yeah, she's Spanish. That's what I was talking about. Well, I'm sorry, but you made my butt itch. I had to scratch it. Me too. So I was so disappointed. Originally, we had hopes. Listen, I am allowed to be a little hopeful. What, Greta? Oh, my baby. I thought you all should know, by the way. Super important announcement. Isabella now looks for me every Sunday. I'm just saying, my new niece. Whenever we all see each other, she looks for her auntie. I'm just saying. So far, ignore the fact that I'm her only aunt. I'm the favorite aunt. Thank you. Also, I demand more princess romance. Right. I'm so mad. I think it's one of the biggest reasons why I won't watch Wish, because they were going to have a villain couple. And they were going to go back to romance. They were going to go back. They had the chance, and they squandered it. I don't think Wish is original. It was supposed to be. It had so many chances to be. It had so many chances, guys. It's so tragic. You know, sometimes you see like the behind the scenes. It's like, oh, that was really cool. That would have been kind of cool in the movie. When it comes to Wish, it literally looks like we got the first draft instead of the final piece. What they originally wanted to do was so much cooler, but they didn't because of progressiveness. They didn't do it because girl bossing. I don't want to watch it. The entire movie, across the board, everyone says the same thing. The entire theme of Wish is, hey, remember when Disney did this? That's it. That's Wish in a nutshell. Once Upon a Studio, which is a 7-minute short, is better than the entirety of Wish. I blame the success of Frozen. But the thing is, Frozen didn't have a lack of romance. Frozen had romance in it. It just wasn't the main piece. But they still had romance. There was still plenty. The chemistry between Kristoff and Anna was still there. I cried. Not almost. I cried with Once Upon a Studio. Disney is so woke, I just sigh with every release I see. Right, Jasmine? It's so tragic. It is so tragic. It is heartbreaking what they've done. They included everything in Once Upon a Studio, and it showed the love, the real. They showed that when they want to, they can love their stuff. They showed it, and they denied us, dude. They denied us. They just wanted that romance to be between Elsa and Anna. Don't you, bitch. Ugh. Kristoff is adorable, and frankly, unpopular opinion, I think he had the best song in Frozen 2. I think Moana's the only one without romance that I liked. I didn't like Brave. Oh, I loved Brave. I loved Brave. And for me, especially Frozen 2 is actually holds a special place in my heart. Because Frozen 2 spoke so much to what I lost that year. Oh, I love Moana. I love Moana. But Frozen 2 spoke to me so hard because of all the loss. About parental loss, about sibling loss. I have a hard time watching. I have a very hard time watching Frozen 2 purely because I remember when I went to the theater, it had been a month after Brandon died, not even. And when Anna sings The Next Right Thing, I'm getting teary-eyed just remembering it. I was freaking sobbing in the theaters. And then when you find out that the spirit that Elsa was chasing all along was her mother, I was dead. I was gone. My mom had only been dead a couple of months. I was gone, guys. I was gone. Like, it in my opinion, if you have depression and you suffer from loss, you should watch Frozen 2. If for nothing else, spoilers, bitch, it's been years. Spoilers, my ass. The best thing from Moana was the crab, whose name is currently Tamatoa. Listen, we love Jasmine in all her wonder, but she doesn't like that kind of stuff. She doesn't like musicals. Whatchamacallit. I only go to movies once a year. I personally enjoyed the last Disney movie that I genuinely enjoyed was Encanto. Encanto was good. Encanto was so good. And you can tell that's the last time that they actually wanted to make a good film. And when I look back, the last time I saw effort from the live action side of Disney was Avengers Endgame, when everyone assembles. See, I don't agree, Moon, and I do at the same time. I don't want Disney to shut down, but I want them to learn a lesson. And I think they're learning it. You know, especially now with the parks. Okay? So, if you look at, for instance, Tokyo Disney, I did not like Raya. I felt like Raya was, for lack of a better term, and I apologize for the crassness, Raya was rimming. It was a rim. It had all the potential to be a really good movie, and they failed. They just teased the edge and walked away. Luca was good. And I did like Elemental. But the thing with Luca and Elemental is they're Pixar. And Pixar's kind of been when it comes to stuff. Not rimming. I kind of want Disney to shut down, if not at least cut down the size. So what I'm getting to is this. If you look at the parks, Inside Out 2 will already be ruined because Inside Out 1 sucked. I don't know why there's an Inside Out 2. I hated Inside Out 1. I thought it was a stupid movie. I thought it was a terrible movie for kids. It's depressing. It's such a depressing film. And it's inconsistent. Endgame is literally 3 hours long. Exactly. I feel like that's the last time they actually wanted to I don't like Soul. I don't like Inside Out. I don't like Up. The Good Dinosaur. Hated all of them. Endgame is awesome, and I feel like that last scene, and if you haven't seen Endgame, I apologize right now. Spoiler alert. There's a scene where they made sure everyone was there. Everyone. And I was like, that's all fans have wanted. That's what fans wanted. I hate Up. Oh, I hate Up. I hate it so much. Again, I don't like making children depressing films. World is already depressing. Why are you making children sad? Why are you making such sad films? Little kids don't need to know about infertility and wives dying. Up is an adult movie packaged for kids. Good Dinosaur had all the potential to be an okay film and failed miserably, which is really sad because of how much work they put into it. The Lion King and Bambi are not the same thing as Up. It's not. Especially when you look into it, in the first 5 minutes of the film, you have a little kid meet the love of his life, realize they had a miscarriage, they can't have kids, they live this whole entire life, and she dies. Then you've got this little boy who's constantly coming to the old man who's got an absentee father. Does that sound like a child's movie to you? No. I'll die on this hill. Please, as it is. So Hunty was the only one that noticed what I said. But the other day, I've got a real hot take. I've got a hot take that a lot of people look at me sideways over. And it's about Spirit, Stallion, and the Cimarron. Okay? Are you ready? Who here has seen Spirit, Stallion, and the Cimarron? Let me know. Does your uncle throwing your dad off a cliff sound like a kid's film? Yes, in comparison. Land Before Time. Yes, very sad. And I don't watch it. And I think even now, like, even this is a good movie. Raise his hand. Okay. Who here remembers Rain? The white and brown horse that belonged to Little Creek. Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what? I actually forgot about it, and you are right, Esteban. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is the only one that came close. That is the last good Disney film. 100%. You are right. You are right. I forgot that one, but you are right. It was so good. Cried my eyes out in the theaters. Okay. The old ball and chain. I hated Rain with a passion. And I think the unpopular opinion is Little Creek and Rain were just as bad as the Colonel. If not worse. Because unlike the Colonel, who was taking in the horses, so he had horses for his soldiers so they could fight a war, Little Creek captured Spirit, seeing him escape, using him to escape, just because he wanted him. And then used Rain to emotionally manipulate. Whatchamacallit? Spirit into trying to stay. See, Rachel, this is where my hot take is coming in, and you're not going to like it. This is where you're not going to like it. I was so mad when I found out she survived. I cheered when she got shot. I cheered. I was so happy. I said, yes, the bitch is dead. I was so happy when she was getting left to die. So happy. Yes, shoot her again. I did not like her because you know why? Because she was a fucking bitch. Because she saw how desperately he wanted to get away. And she wouldn't let him. Treated him like shit. Emotionally manipulated him. And then, when it was her turn to make the sacrifice, no. You have issues. I don't care. I hated Rain. I hated her so much. I was so mad she didn't die. Star said for real, beat that dead horse. Yes. Yes. Because see, the thing is, the Colonel made the same choice Little Creek made, but he made it as soon as he saw them, he never chased after them. They never went after them. Little Creek went after Spirit. And then he only did it when they came, whatchamacallit. He only kept it when they kept raiding the camps, which is how Little Creek got caught in the first place. Kind of like a wrecking ball, my childhood emotions, but yeah, I kind of see it now. That's my point. I know I'm the only person with this take on Rain. Everyone else is like, oh, Rain. I'm like, no, fuck that bitch. That mare needs to get put out to pasture permanently. I hate that you made me think about that. I literally didn't think about it in that. Like, I have from when I was 12. I want you to think of this, guys. I was not 12, 14. 14 years old, I felt this. 14 years old, I felt this. I've hated that horse since I was 14. 23 years I've hated the horse. 23 years I've hated that horse. Because if you watch it, and you really watch it, you see it. Because he saw Spirit in a weak state inside the encampment, okay? So there's a giant fly in my fucking house. Where the hell did this come from? He watched Spirit get ridden, beat the Colonel, okay? He rides Spirit out of the place, has a horse of his own already has Rain. No need for another horse. No need for a second horse. None. Zero. Zip. Still ropes him and takes him back to the encampment. Oh, well, we're better because we're Native Americans. No, you're not. No, you're not. You still stole. You still trapped him. You did the exact same fucking thing. Except they did it when the horse was at full power. You did it after he was starved and dehydrated for 3 days and had a massive fight with the entire fucking American military. So fuck you. And then you rope him to your horse because you know she is emotionally attached to you. I have been activated. Treasure Planet's amazing. I love Treasure Planet. And the thing is, again, Little Creek only realized it after months of trying to keep him. Spirit was only in the Americans for a few days. Little Creek kept him for months. Months. That's bullshit. Bullshit. And the only reason that Spirit got taken in to help create the train tracks was because of Little Creek. Again. Bro, YouTube doesn't tell me when you start live streams. My husband said the same thing. He didn't know I was on live. I have not seen Treasure Planet. You should. Fuck Wish, go watch Treasure Planet. So good. And the Goo Goo Dolls wrote a song for it, and it's amazing. It's amazing. So, I trained my wolfhound on how to behave when we go out of farm off leash to him. But yep, there you go. Because it is a great way to emotionally manipulate an animal. It is true. Twitch actually told me, yeah, Twitch will tell you before YouTube because I am out of because of my lack of upload and because of my lack of Tuesday streams, YouTube is mad at me. See, this is what shadow banning is, and certain people in the groups don't believe me when I say it. But that's okay. Emo we watched in a call one night when we weren't there, but happily watch it again. I've seen clips. Oh God, we love movies with passion behind it. Yes. Oh, I love. You want to see Disney just love their movies and put in the effort. Watch Atlantis. Watch Treasure Planet. Watch Lilo and Stitch. Watch Emperor's New Groove. These are movies that did horribly, but were so good. I don't get audio on Discord. Oh, that sucks. There might be something to do with your settings. But yeah, that's my rant. I actually wrote, if you go into Discord, guys, you're in my Discord, in the movies section, I wrote my entire dissertation about Rain on Spirit. true. Listen, I got hot takes about everything, guys. There's nothing I don't have a hot take about. Just give me time to educate myself on it. Emperor's New Groove is S tier. Fantastic. Watership Down. That's a sad movie. Not doing that. What question? I didn't see it. Write it again, Chaco. The ones that the higher ups don't want to do. Had a low budget, little market. Yeah. I'll have to watch Cusco be a petty bitch. He is so petty. So petty. So petty. I cannot get up to get the electric tennis racket because Penny's on my butt. The Crime of Treasure Planet doing poorly at box office because they fucked it over. And what was it? Titan AE. Titan AE was like Treasure Planet Light. And I still enjoyed that one too. Did you watch Count of Monte Cristo yet? So anyways. Anastasia is a amazing movie. Amazing. Movies that don't get enough credit. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Hello, Unlucky. What you doing over there on Twitch? They did badly because a lot of these movies did badly because one, it was during a slump in Disney's whatchamacallit. Milo and Otis. Oh my god. Milo and Otis is part of Milo and Otis, Oliver and Company. And then I forget the third one right now because I'm just having a brain aneurysm. Or the reason I rescue animals. Oh, Homeward Bound for sure. Wasn't Titan A Don Bluth's last big thing? Yes, it was. Honestly, I didn't like it as a kid either, Rachel. Yes, animation, they'll do background work, oil, yeah. I still sing. I sing all of it, but let me tell you something. Here's a fun fact. I quizzed Starman on it. I want to see, Bolt. Bolt is so good. Bolt and Chicken Little are, and Meet the Robinsons are these movies that they may not be fantastic, but they were still like really good films, and they did not get enough love whatsoever. They deserved more love. Meet the Robinsons, my dad and I love that film. The song by Rob Thomas in that. Little Wonders is what plays when my dad calls. Because I think of my mom and dad when I hear that song. Oh, I'm starting to cry. It's so if you have never heard it, look up Little Wonders by Rob Thomas. Just go look it up. It's such a good song. If y'all like animation, I recommend Ron Gone. Yes, Ron Gone Wrong is so good. Yes, Ron Gone Wrong is so good. Such a good film. Enjoyed the shit out of it. Such a good film. But here's a fun thing. Balto, that's different. See, now that's going into our childhood there. Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey. True, unlucky. So true. You're gonna always catch some kind of feels on my streams. Whatchamacallit though? Does anyone remember my favorite Disney movie is? I'm curious. Balto was top tier. Balto was top tier. Especially now, what happened to the real Balto sucks ass. The real Balto definitely got done dirty. Little Wonders. I wanted to play it at my wedding. We did not. You're going to catch something from her streams anyway. WALL-E. No. Although WALL-E's amazing. Little Mermaid. No. Is not. Lilo and Stitch. Close. No cigar. Stitch is my second favorite Disney character. Stitch is my second favorite. Nobody knows. And you know why nobody knows who my favorite Disney character is? Because I feel like he is one of the most underrated characters in Disney. He is so underrated. But here's what I like about him. And if you don't pay attention, I don't think no, not The Fox and the Hound. I love and hate The Fox and the Hound because it makes me cry so bad. It's one of those depressing films. Stitch is a whole mood. And he's Experiment 626, which is my birthday, which is why I like him. But that's besides the point. Great Mouse Detective is Starman's favorite Disney movie, not mine. A lot of folks don't realize what my favorite Disney movie is. So let me put it this way. My favorite Disney character is not in my favorite Disney film. My favorite Disney character is an asshole. He is snotty. He is snide. He makes petty comments. He is very funny. And he sings. And this will be the biggest hint, but I still think no one's going to know. He dresses in a mask and a purple outfit. It's not Gaston. But Gaston is really close to one of the answers. Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney film. My favorite. So much so that when I was little, I pretended I was Belle. And there was a little teeny tiny hill in my backyard, and I would run out there. Oh, you're close. Dr. Facilier is one of my favorite Disney characters as a result. But you're so close, it's not him. See, and you know why? I know that no one's going to know who this is because most people don't remember this character even exists. I'm going to show you guys. Hold on. Most people don't even know this character exists, which I think is the biggest travesty of all because he is so funny. Hold on, I'm typing it out so I can't see what any of you are saying. I'm going to show you guys. Hold on. Oh! You guys got it! Yes. I was literally typing him out. That's him. He is my favorite Disney character. He is my favorite. I love Clopin so much, and no one knows he exists. Like, out of all the characters from Disney, even Ursula, if I could have played him, I'd have been so happy. He is so funny. I've always, ever since I was little, I loved his attitude. I loved the way he acted. I just love everything about him. And he has so little airtime. It's a travesty. Evidently, we know you didn't know his name. Ma'am, Tumblr would beg to differ. When am I on Tumblr? Darkwing Duck is amazing. This fly is pissing me off. He's huge. Oh my god. I could hear him. I couldn't see him. This motherfucker's gigantic. He's not a bee, but he's big. Wasn't he the one that led the night in Quasimodo? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But most people, when I talk about him, don't know he exists. Your cats, they are too warm right now because we need to switch the filter in the AC. It hit over 90 degrees several days in a row here, and all the animals shed the last of their winter coats. And so my filter, we've had to switch it twice. It's still stocked up. I only saw Hunchback once when I was really little. I assume I'm required to. Yes! Oh my god, Emo. Yes! If you have not, I will tell you, everyone in the chat right now, if you have not seen Hunchback of Notre Dame, you need to fucking beat yourself over the head and go and see it. The most underrated soundtrack ever. So underrated. And if you've been on TikTok for even a second and you've heard, won't resent, won't despair, that's from the movie. It's so good. Oh my god. I love it so much. I love that movie so fucking much. Prepare for tears. Yes. Prepare yourself to cry. To cry. So good. So good. As an adult, not always, not the best. Oh, Hellfire slaps so hard. Oh my god. So hard. One Day Out There. Ah. And I love the edits on it. Oh my god. The fact that it's getting its renaissance and that people are using that song, the edits are fantastic. Have you seen the villain transformation coming out from Hunt? No. It's so fun. I want to make one. One of them. Oh, yes, I do know. Someone did an animation on it last year and I loved it. One of the most favorite animated musicals other than Prince of Egypt. And to me, the top 3 soundtracks, 4 if you include Tarzan. The top 3 soundtracks for animated movies are Prince of Egypt, Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Spirit. I think they are the most phenomenal because they give you the biggest feelings, the biggest emotions, and they are the most direct to the story. Like when you watch and you listen to these soundtracks, you hear the story perfectly. You don't have to actually watch the movie, but you want to because the orchestra is so on point and the emotions and the it's just you want to hear me. You want to hear me just go off for eight like you want to see me headbang like I'm listening to metal music, stick that I go off about all those films. And then again, if you want to stack on at the end Tarzan, because that just again, boom, just like and did you know I found out today Phil Collins recorded all the other languages for the songs. Like, wow. Like I just these are films that I think are so beautiful and they're stunning and they were passion projects and people loved what they were doing. Not a moment is wasted in those movies either. No, all of those movies is why I picked them is because literally from start to finish they were acts of love. They were acts of love and animated with love and with effort and with talent. There wasn't a single part of those movies where there wasn't so much effort going in, and I love them. I will tell you right now, look up the soundtrack to Prince of Egypt. Look up the soundtrack to Hunchback of Notre Dame and do not skip a single song on Hunchback. Look up the soundtrack to Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. Dare you not to cry at half those songs. I don't ever want any of these to be rebooted. No, fuck that. And look up the soundtrack to Tarzan. All of these movies are just they're so good. They're so good and they make me so happy to listen to. Slaps isn't even the right way to put it. If they do, it's going to create a riot. Fucking yes. Fucking yes. Shrek 2 and Treasure Planet need to be up there. I agree. Those also have really good. Oh, hold on. Starman's calling me, guys. As I was saying, yes, I agree. Shrek 2 had a really good soundtrack, but I'm talking just in terms like you can have solid soundtracks because most Disney movies have solid soundtracks, right? Like I love Lilo and Stitch. It's a really good soundtrack. Moana, again, really good soundtrack. Solid soundtracks. But if we're getting on epic, if we because there's tiers, right? There's tiers. In my opinion, we're talking S tier. You're talking Prince of Egypt. You're talking Hunchback of Notre Dame. You're talking Spirit, Sound of Chiron. You are talking Tarzan. To me, those are S tier. S tier. Just amazing. And I do agree. Someone said it. Lion King 2 is underrated. A little corny in some points because you can tell they were desperately trying to imitate the first. But really good. They're they're brainworms. They're definitely brainworms. You can't get rid of them once you get them in your system. Tarzan maybe because it was getting too scared. Oh, yeah, that's very true. That's very true, Ark. That's very true. And I like all these films, like this is something where I do and don't agree. I think the problem right now is we are in a point where we are too busy trying to recapture nostalgia rather than just make new amazing shit. Yeah, exactly, Rachel. 15, 20 years later, you're still when it comes to soundtracks, Scooby Doo, where are you? Okay. Am I controversial in this one? I think I am. Simple Plan, Guess Who Scooby Doo. Fucking love that version of it. Oh, What's New Scooby Doo? That's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's so good. It's so good. I love that song so much. Like, you don't understand. It's so good to me. And What's New Scooby Doo goes so hard, and I love it. Like, oh, it's so good. And so it's like it's stuff like that where. So if you want to know how to get me going, guys, like you want to hear me rant, but in a good way, this is how you get me to rant in a good way. Honestly, all the movies that I'm listing, I would happily 100% march my ass back into the theaters to watch. Not even a second, not even a thought. And it's like Zombie Island. I have not seen most of those Scooby Doo movies and shows, but I love the song. I think it's less they're scared of making new stuff and just lazy. I think it's both. I think it is both. I think they are too scared to take the financial risk to try something new. Recapturing nostalgia is a guarantee enough, and it's lazy. But notice that that new Snow White. Oh, they had to blow millions to reshoot it because they're realizing no one cares. There's another live action that you're not hearing anything about now. Notice this year there's been no live actions. None. They do not care, and they know we don't care. Disney's taken a step back because they have no choice. They have no choice. The people are speaking and they're finally starting to listen because they're realizing their laurels are not what they used to be. When you go to Disney and you can't even bring your kids just because of the astronomical prices. And Disney themselves is like, oh, well, we have to. But then you get reports about their employees not even being able to make rent because of their rules and their contracts and their NDAs. You know, you take for granted the financial failure to remake all these action pieces of shit. Why not just take an actual risk? I know, exactly. I agree. I do not disagree because the thing is, every once in a while, Disney releases something and you see that there's talent there somewhere. And how I mean that is look at, again, going back to it, look at Once Upon a Studio. Once Upon a Studio, nobody disliked that. Everyone had nothing but positive things to say about Once Upon a Studio. Why? Because Once Upon a Studio was entirely a love letter to the history of Disney. And it did it in a way that didn't disrespect the IP. And everyone was happy. And the only reason they fired those 2D animators is to save money so they could put money everywhere else. But there's a reason why Once Upon a Studio was received so positively. And yeah, who's calling me? My husband's calling me again. Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what's up with this woman. She's just right in the camera. Right in the camera. Rescuers 2 does have a good soundtrack. And yes, I heard about Justin Timberlake getting arrested. Like, how about that? Also, why don't I hear my music? Did my music get turned off? It did. When did that happen? What was always needed? And so again, her ravenousness got me a little. Howl's Moving Castle. The book is way better than the film. 100% agree on that one. But I will say that soundtrack, though. Ugh. Now, I will say, in my opinion, the soundtracks for Ghibli films are on a different level than soundtracks for most of the films. Trolls 3 actually is a really fun movie. I have yet to see it. I really want to, though. Howl's Moving Castle, the book is way better, and everything makes more sense in it. Okay. Like, it makes so much more sense in the book. But I will say, the clips I've seen from Trolls 3 are fun. I still have no sound? It's saying I have sound. See, I don't trust when Choco says anything because she's just doing it to, Choco's just saying it for the sake of it. I also need more heartthrob roles for Chris Pine animation, my god. Chris Pine is so underrated. And you know what really makes me mad? Is Magnifico is a really well-designed character and really handsome. And they wasted him. They do these remakes and everything else. You know what? I would not be upset with a remake of Wish with the original idea. Let's just pretend the first one didn't happen. Let's just pretend. Disney should do Dante's Inferno. What? Linda, you just want to like watch the world burn. They had a perfectly good Chris Pine and they squandered it, right? It's just a travesty, man. See, I'm having a hard time with the arms today. Chris Pine in Star Trek, though, right? I would support it. Linda, I agree. You know what annoys me? They sullied Chris Pine and Gal Gadot with that Wonder Woman 2 shit. See, I didn't really pay attention much in Wonder Woman 2. Hello, good evening. Sorry for my tardiness. No one got a notification. Don't feel bad, my friend. Who's going to see The Crow in 2024? Not I. Not I. Moon, fast forward. You might be behind, honey. Oh, yes, I gotta find that YouTuber who's remaking the concept. Yes, that is true. There is somebody on YouTube who is completely redoing Wish, and I'm all for it. I'm not even fighting it. I'm not even fighting it. Like, you know what? Yeah. Oh, God. World War 69 was ass? World War 69. Pinky Machine Studios. They're and when I tell you, do you know how really sad this is? This is how sad it is. The person who's redoing it, okay? It's kind of hard to see where her animation ends and Disney's begins. That is how cheap they went on Wish. That's how cheap they went. It's tragic. Moon, don't apologize, honey. You're fine. Whatchamacallit. That's how cheap they went in on animation. Like, it's sad. It's so sad. No, Athena, you can't come up. I'm gonna be on only a little bit longer, okay? Just calm yourself. Emotes remake the original film. People are mad. Oh, yeah, for The Crow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to stay on too much longer anyways, guys, just because I do need to use the ladies' room, and I'm getting really warm in here. And I have to come back in here in a little while. I want to wait for the house to cool down. And then I'm going to come in here and edit some videos. Oh, then some person said it was watercolor bodies and CGI heads, and now I can't unsee it! The problem is that they had, again, they had so many. They had so many opportunities. And they just squandered it all. Athena, don't. Get off the keyboard. Come on. Get down. Ma'am. Ma'am. Thank you. What a good girl. Okay, let's see. Let's see. No. Don't do it. Athena. So I kind of got what I'm looking for. I don't need the armor on, though. Like, damn it. Athena. What are you doing? Come right here. Right here. That's a good girl. Good girl. Stay right there. No. No. Athena. This is the opposite of what I want. Heck you, Mom. I go where I want. Well, since you said no, Athena, we'll definitely go where you don't want. She, for a second, was so good. And now she's sitting on Gee's face. And lies down where you... Oh, yeah, because she knows... Athena is not a stupid cat. This is the biggest problem when you feed your animals proper diets. Hey. Don't you claw my... No. See, this is the evidence of anxiety. She over-grooms herself. Her and Penny have the same affliction, as you can see in her elbow. Have you gotten to draw anything? I do. I have something drawn. It's underneath her. And now Nova wants to come up. Penny is the only one that has learned just to stay out of my way and you can stay on me. She's sitting on my butt and she's quite happy. Pet the kitty. I have to remove the notebook from underneath her first. Because I have decided this is the last, if you will, straw. Give me 2 seconds. Shut up. Shut up. See? I'm drawing. I've been drawing. And as you hear, Athena will talk back. Very harshly so. Oh yeah, they are desperate for my attention. Because I'm often leaving by 9:30 in the morning. And I'm not back till 8:30 at night. They're not used to that. When we had the restaurant, I was only leaving around 11, sometimes 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was waking up earlier in the day, so they had me for a fair point of time. That sentence on Athena's... To be frank, I haven't been looking at the screen much more. Chat and my Illustrator file. Oh, they missing you. They are. I mean, I'm surrounded right now. What pen? They are, and mind you, it is hot in this house right now because it's muggy outside because it's storm season. So it gets muggier in this house, and when it gets muggier in this house, I end up suffering. I need to take a shower today, man. These cats have made me sweat my ass off. And she just wants it to what? What? Now watch this. What? But if I go like this. Oh, you don't want the kisses? Usually you yell at me when I do it. Love over comfort. They think it's worth it, right? Though my dad works in HVAC and my brother works in HVAC. It's technically fixed. The problem is not a need to be fixed. The problem is we need to switch the filter, which Starman is buying right now. What? What? Athena. What? Yeah. I wish you guys could hear her purring, but it's not working. Let's see if I can pull it close. Can you hear that? My dad gave me a thing to put in the room. Makes it like an Arctic. Yeah, my house, when the AC is not filled with cat fur, it's great. But they've been over scratching thanks to the explosion of fleas outside. They've been shedding their winter coats. So we've had more dander and more fur in the house as a result. Plus, you know, it's the change in season, so we had a lot more pollen, right? So we had a lot more dust coming from outside. And so it's been like this amalgamation of just stuff filling the air. Yes, I know. You hear squish over purring. Yep. I run that shit. Oh, girl, can you not? Just sit. You gonna stab yourself with my pencil? Thank you very much. I live on the edge. Don't rub that camera. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Yes. Yes. All right. But now you guys know what's been going on with me. It's been a lot. I've had a lot going on. And I have such cool ideas. I've been trying to do collaborations with some people. I know I'm supposed to do one with Christian. I'm supposed to do one with Michelle. I just had an interview, though, by the way, on the Be Real Babe podcast. And I think you guys will like it. Did a really good job with that one. I enjoyed that so much. Mom, answer me. Answer you what? Answer you what? When is it not a lot? I don't know. There was a time when I didn't have all this. I don't know what happened. Listen to Epic the musical? You mean the movie Epic? It was okay. I'd be that weirdo that also eats ice cream and iced coffee. Well, that's not weird. That's just natural. I don't see anything wrong with that. Spoken as somebody who chews on ice cubes. I chew on ice cubes, you see. The podcast was pretty good. Thank you. Thank you. I finished today and I really enjoyed it. She's really cool. It's the Odyssey in musical form. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe I'll look it up. I'm too busy sitting here singing Hunchback of Notre Dame in my head. Separate epic theatrical musical. Remember wearing shorts? I wear capris all year long. No, listen to the epic musical. Artist really hits you. I'll think about it. I'm addicted to ice when I'm pregnant. I'm just addicted to ice. I'm sending you the link right now. Listen, I think you should learn about the Count of Monte Cristo. That it might take. It might take a while. I'm sorry. It might take me a long while. I've got so much going on. Edie was kind enough to send me this really cute romance novel. I still haven't read it. It's sitting on my bookshelf next to the fake romance novels she sent me that are meant to like trick people. It's like I sexted an alien zombie or something like that. She sent me that along with this book. They're sitting on my bookshelf in my room. Still haven't read them. Still haven't read them. I need to balance out, you know. Yes, Athena, I know. When you want to be, you're such a good girl. There was a reel you put in your story a while back with a song from the Epic musical. Oh, that wasn't from the Epic musical. That was I know what you're talking about. I'll make waves that's so profound. Both your wife and son will drown. Get in the water. Get in the water. Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about. You have lived more than enough. I know what you're talking about. That's Morgana? The sandwich Monte Cristo is not a healthy sandwich, but I heard it's damn good. No, you haven't seen the animation of why I found that. This woman did an animation of that version of that song, and so good. So fucking good. I was jealous. Straight up jealous. Matter of fact, I'll show it to you guys. Hold on. This will be our parting shot. Aspetta, Maronna. I've got something to show you guys. Get in the water. Hold on, I gotta find where I have Starman. And then I gotta make sure that I didn't have the volume on because it is licensed. And we can't have that now, can we? There it is. I just lost it. Hold on, where is it? Shit, I sent Starman way too many things. I use them as like my Instagram notebook, if you will. Share screen. Here it comes. Look at this. Get in the water. Look at this. It's beautiful. How stunning is that animation? It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Fluid. Yeah, I was always disappointed at the very end she didn't, but I get it because it probably. I mean, it's so fluid. The rest of it, I imagine she must have been like just dead by the end of this animation. Right there, that one, like when she does this, it's like, oh, stunning. And then right there, she does a freeze frame, and I'm like, ah. But what's the artist's name? Shit, I don't know. Let me see. Samantha_art with 2 T's. Oh, let me go to their page. Oh, let me go back. I'll share again. Hold on. Aspetta. Like, she does a lot of beautiful animations. Let me go to her reels. Like, just look at this shit. Look at this shit. She's very talented. Very talented. She makes me want to animate. Like, it's just fucking beautiful what she does. Like, she just, like... It's beautiful work. Beautiful work. Is it perfect? Hell no. Of course not. It is not perfect. Not by any means. But it is stunning. It is definitely something to be proud of. Definitely something to be... To say to yourself, I have worked hard. I have done good work. That's how I feel seeing her stuff. And I spent like a solid 30 minutes looking for this last night. Looking for her animation of Get in the Water. Like, just beautiful work. Just beautiful work. So if you aren't following her, I highly recommend you do. Because, like, and I was talking to someone I made friends with on Instagram. Well, it's Looney Tunes regardless. It's 2D. I'm supporting it, right? Have to be able to paint like she does. No, Looney Tunes movie until Warner Bros. Get their heads out of their asses. Wily versus Acme. Yeah, that's a travesty. They really should have settled that. Subtle movements that do so much for expression. So there's actually, before I go, there's an anime that Starman found we've been watching called Emma. Okay? And it's based in Victorian England. And Starman enjoys watching it with me because I flip out when I watch it. Because, and mind you, this is the same animation studio that did fucking Naruto. Okay? The work they put into this anime, the small, tiny details that they don't have to do, is so crazy. If nothing else, because it's a romance story. It's about a Victorian heir to a, I don't think a dukedom, but I can't remember what his title was going to be. Marquise, something like that. Anyways, he falls in love with his governess's maid, okay, whose name is Emma. And when I tell you guys the work they put into this anime, the details, the lack of corner cutting they put in this, I don't like the actual style of the characters themselves. The designs are not my favorite. But I look past that because when I fucking tell you it's butter, it's like they had no business putting there's the way a hair moves, the way there's a blink, the way there's a movement, a breath, the way skirts ruffle, the way the horses are animated, animals, background characters, subtle things that didn't need to happen. And they were like, you know what? We don't like our hands anyway. Let's just abuse them. These are, if you're on Crunchyroll, take the time, just watch a couple of episodes. If for nothing else, just to see the actual love and effort they put into this anime. They had no business. No business. Sign of Affection is, let me put it this way. Sign of Affection is amazing. Sign of Affection didn't put as much effort into it as this anime I'm talking about. That's how crazy it is. That's how crazy they animated this. And they did it in 2004, okay? So this is before digital. Because digital didn't make the full switch over in Japan until 2011, 2012. Okay, that's when they started doing digital animation. So this was paint animation. This was hand, acrylic, cellophane animation. Okay, it's fucking crazy what they did with it. It's so worth watching, if for nothing else than just to see what a project that's done with love looks like. I don't even know why they put this much effort in. It's, when I tell you it's such an unknown anime, nobody knows about it. But oh my God. And I sit there and Starman, months, years. We're talking years of work. We are talking like Starman loves to watch me as I'm watching it because now he's looking for the little subtle things. And I go, ugh. And I make disgusted, angry, putrid sounds because I'm just like, you fucking disgust me with your I don't think I like anime that much anymore, and that's okay, honey. You don't have to, but I'm telling you, if you do and you are interested in watching anime done like that, highly recommend it. So worth it. I remember hearing that because Clannad used to be tons of ranges and warmer hues because there was a shortage of cold hues. I think at the time it would be warm though. I could be wrong though. I enjoy watching animation where it's very clear the creators loved what they were doing, or at least loved the craft enough to put in the effort. And I can always enjoy that. And the thing is, like, I watched a Condition Called Love, and a Condition Called Love is out now. It's a brand new anime, okay? And the shortcuts they take in it are so annoying sometimes. And yet you watch this anime from over 20 years ago. No, because I don't like crying. Starman loves Clannad. I make fun of him for it because I'm not watching media to be miserable. I've got plenty of reasons to be miserable in real life. I'm watching media to have an escape and to enjoy something and to be happy. One of the reasons why I hate Up. One of the reasons why I hate Inside Out. One of the reasons why I hate most of these. Starman likes watching these tragic little bullshit stories. I make fun of him for it. But anyways, I digress. So watching the old Batman and Superman animation shows is wonderful. Right. Even though they do take some some shortcuts, they're understandable ones. So I agree. But all right, guys, that has been today. I'm already over the time I wanted to be on. So let me tell you, if all goes well this week, I plan on having quite a few shorts out. Some funny ones, some not so funny ones. I'm going to try to cut and clip some things and get them in my shorts and get them all out. And I plan on getting not one, not two. I'm going to be ambitious, but three videos out this week. That's the plan. I'm going to love bomb the shit out of you guys. Just send all the positive, because I got 2 days off in a row. I've gotten mostly done what I need to get done. Tell Starman he's based for liking Clannad. Nope. That you get that from your father in here, and I judge you both for it. But either way, guys, that is what's going on with me. You're going to see me next week, Monday, live at night. Pray that everything goes right this week, because then I can finally have Mondays and Tuesdays off, and I can do this again, because I got lucky today. The only reason I was off today is because I covered for someone last week, so I got to have today off. So here's what I will tell you guys. Keep praying that tomorrow goes well for my little stupid test. I get it right, and I'm good. Otherwise, guys, please, thank you for coming in and joining me and talking with me and let's, going on that fucking nostalgia train that we always seem to go on. Remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So, guys, I love you all. Be safe. Thank you for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone. Yes, wish me good luck. Send me